and I've given you a template which has all these slides, and it looks like a PowerPoint, and it's not meant to act like a PowerPoint. This is not meant to act as I've changed something slightly different, because in a PowerPoint you can, let's just open a new one. So in a PowerPoint you can open up a PowerPoint and you create your slides, okay, and whatever. And let's just give an example. So my presentation, okay, and what you do in a normal presentation is you go view, show, and then you can press return, or left, right, and you go back and forward, okay. The difference with what we're doing for this project, so forget that I've just shown you, the difference is that this is meant to be a quiz, that when you go preview and from the beginning, you can't, I'm pressing the return button, you can't go forward, and you can't use the mouses, this is the left cursor, down cursor, right cursor, you can't go anywhere, okay, using what you would normally do in a PowerPoint. So something slightly different here, and there's a reason for that, okay. The reason is, do you see my mouse there? Look what happens when I go over this. Can you see what happens? It goes to a hand, okay. So from a cursor to a hand, and what that is there's a hyperlink there. There's a link, a special link. And when I click on it, okay, it goes to the next slide, and it's the only way that you can sort of navigate around this. And if you want, and I've already put some of these hyperlinks in for you to help you, okay. So when someone plays your quiz, the only way they can do it is by clicking here, okay. And we'll go through that. So something slightly different here. We're not creating a presentation. We're not creating a presentation. We are creating a quiz. Okay, so let's explain this. Let's show you what I mean. Okay, so I've done it really dull, so you can change it, and don't spend too much time on this. But you can you can change the format, and as it's on computers, we could and sort of hardware and networks. Okay, we can find some cool pictures, anything that you want to here, whatever. Let's type in the word fun, okay, and you could have, that looks like a nice friendly picture to open your, okay, so welcome to my computer quiz, and you can format all this text how you want to. It doesn't really matter, okay, and we can have that up there. Alright, we can put stuff in later. Okay, leave this. Now, how does this hyperlink work? Okay, this is just like a button or a box, and you do it by going insert new shapes, but that one's there for you. So if you right click it and go to the hang on, I'm not using my mouse, so it's, there we go. Oh, please don't play up. It is playing up because I haven't got my mouse. Hang on, this is embarrassing. Okay, let's do it a different way. Let's go here, insert hyperlink. Now, what you normally get, okay, and when you're doing these hyperlinks, click on the outside of the box, okay, or you can right click on it and go edit or open hyperlink. We've done insert hyperlink. Now, we're not putting in a website address, or actually, see this button here, it says place in document. This actually helps us say, okay, when someone presses this button, where do you want to go to? We want to go, in this case, we don't want to go to the first slide because that's that one. We want to go to the second slide, okay, and you can just whiz around here and you can see a preview of where we're going, okay. So check that works. Well, we know it works. We tried it already. There we go. Can you see the hover there? There we go. And this one here is also preset to go to the next slide. So we just check that. Can you see it goes to slide 3? So those ones have all been set up. So the first one is welcome to my quiz. What will the quiz cover? and you can add that to that as you go on. And the key one is, how do we do a question? Now we want lots of questions on hardware and networks and mice and keyboard and CD-ROMs and hard disks and processors and all that sort of stuff. So you can come up with your own question. So this question is, I'm going to be quite cheeky here. What is this? And I'm actually going to have a picture. Okay, so let's go find, the first one's going to be on a processor. So processor. Okay, so we find something. Oh, here we go. And that's a nice picture of a processor. Actually, it's not a particularly great image, is it? Hang on. Let us get a slightly clearer picture, and it's always important to do that so you don't end up with a bad. You might have lovely questions, but rubbish pictures. That's not great either. Let's look at this one. Ah, that's a better picture. So right click, copy that. Okay, and paste that in there. Okay, and what is this now? So we can put that over there. We can move this over a little bit, over like that. Okay, so this is going to be our first question. What is this? Now we need to put our answers in. Okay, we could say it's a RAM, random access memory. We could say it is, I don't know, let's give people different, it's not the right answer. We know it's processor. We could say it's, let's put processor. It's a processor. Okay, and the next question, the one possible answer is it's a, I don't know, a CD-ROM. Okay, now we know that B is the correct answer. We know that B is the correct answer, and these ones are two wrong answers. Now, if we look down here, can you see we've got two slides? One is a wrong answer slide, and one is you've got question 1 correct. Okay, now what I suggest you do is always have only one wrong answer. Okay, and let's just show you. So this is the wrong answer. So let's go insert hyperlink, and what slide do we want to go to? Can you guess? So if it's the wrong answer, where do we want people to go to when they click the link? You got it, the wrong answer. And this one too is going to where? The wrong answer. But this one here, because it's the right one, is going to where? Where do you think that is going? Is it going to any of these here? Well, it's going to, you got question 1 correct. Okay, so let's try this. Let's try it from the beginning so you can see what's happening. So welcome to my computer. Click here. You see, if you click here, it won't work, but it only work if you click here. What is this? Oh, okay, I think it's a RAM. Click that. Oh, wrong answer. Now you could actually add in here like a sad face for the wrong answer. Okay, so sad face lose. Oh dear. You could have some funny ones. That's quite a funny one. I like basketball, so you could have quite a funny face. Obviously, don't make it rude or inappropriate. Okay, he's obviously not a very happy person, is he? So maybe we can have that in there. I think he plays for the Lakers, doesn't he? That's yeah, I think he plays for LA Lakers. So now we got the wrong answer. What happens when we have the wrong answer? Well, let's. My right click works now. Look at that. Edit hyperlink. Where do we want to go? Well, actually, let's send them back to the very beginning. It's a bit mean, isn't it? Okay, so when they get the wrong answer, they go back to the beginning. Have to start all over again. Okay, so let's click here. Oh, back to the beginning. So let's see if that works. It's CD-ROM, wrong answer. Back to the beginning. Okay, get it? Now, we need to look at the right answer slide. Okay, so you got question 1 correct. What I would like you to do is, when you get them correct, is to give the person some more information. about that. So and it really helps your learning as well. So processor. A processor is the brain of the computer. Okay. It comes in single, dual and quad types. Okay, you could also put in here a picture, and you can do further explanations. Okay, so that's very, very simple. I would expect you to put more information. Okay, but for speed and time, let's not go too far with that. So you got it right, and because you got it right, you could. So I've seen some people put in, you know, you've won an amount, or you've got a token, or you've got a teddy bear, or whatever. You won £100. Woohoo! So we could put that there, and okay, center that so that looks like that. Okay, so let's just try that. So go back to here. Always, always, always test your work. So processor, yay. And that looks rubbish because that picture's over there. Okay, that's better. Now, the next bit, this is where it gets a bit more over to you, because you've got to do the same sort of thing. You've got to now link that to the question 2. Now I've actually given you a question 2. Okay, so you've got to link that to the question 2 slide. Here we go. So that now goes to question 2. Let's go to question 2 and your next question. Okay. Now whatever you do or whatever style you do, you now know, don't you, that you've got to for the right answer, it's got to go to you've got to create a slide for that. You've got question 2 right. Now if you've got 10 questions, you've got a question 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 correct. You've got to have all those slides. So you might end up with 10, 20, 30 slides, but you always just have one wrong answer. That's how I would do it. So even if you get question 13 wrong, it will always go back to that. Okay. One final thing is that please don't overuse it, but you can actually put some animations in as well. So you could, for instance, highlight that, and you could put some animation in there to make the sort of text or maybe objects fly in. Okay, so you got that right. So you can play around with this menu up here. So let's try that. Let's see if that works. So let's go back. Always try. Okay, so processor, you won £100. Okay, so that's a little overview to get you going on how to create your quiz. Okay, so the quiz is all about hyperlinks. Okay, and you've got to have questions. If you've got one question, you only need one question. If you have 10 questions, you need 10 question slides. Okay, but make it fun, make it interesting, mix the questions up. Don't make them too hard. Don't make them really hard. Don't make them really easy. Okay, and have a think about what you're learning in your subject. So be talking about things like input-output devices and RAM, hard drives, monitors, printers. You'll be talking about local area networks, what a network is, wide area network. So put all those questions in. Again, don't worry too much initially about the look and feel and how jazzy it looks. Anyway, I hope that's been useful to get you going. Have fun with that, and have fun learning. Take care.